Dodger Stadium. Dodgers win!
This is the golden age of Dodger baseball.
Grand slam! It's a double for Freddie.
They're going to make big signings. They're going to make impact trades. This is the most anticipated season in Dodgers history.
Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
First Dodger home run. Welcome to Dodger Stadium. Dodgers win!
This is the golden age of Dodger baseball.
Grand slam! It's a double for Freddie.
They're going to make big signings. They're going to make impact trades. This is the most anticipated season in Dodgers history.
Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
First Dodger home run. Welcome to Dodger Stadium. Dodgers win!
This is the golden age of Dodger baseball.
Grand slam! It's a double for Freddie.
They're going to make big signings. They're going to make impact trades. This is the most anticipated season in Dodgers history.
Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
What is up, Dodgers Nation? Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Thanks for rocking with us after the Dodgers get the win. They bounced back after losing last night. They beat the Cincinnati Reds by a final score of 7-3. They improve on the year to 30-17. The Dodgers' 30th win of the year. Now 7 games up on the San Diego Padres in the National League West and 2.5 games back of the Philadelphia Phillies for the best record in the National League and the best record in all of baseball. Their run differential improves to plus 80. That is the best in the sport. And your Dodgers, they got back on track tonight in a big way. But first, let me know, 1, what is your big takeaway from tonight's win? And 2, where are you representing Dodgers Nation from? We got Justin Lamas, just got back from the game. First comments, you get a UN. Great win today from Josh. We got BC. What's up, BC, over there? We got Frankie. Not bad, not bad. Still not a past first-round playoff team. Long way to go. High expectations. Denny Cortez says, much better game. Doug, you're late like everybody's swinging at Mason Miller's fat. Hey, got stuff to do after the game for the channel and things like that. So, got to take care of business before this business for sure. Ray Soda, DMAC burning midnight oil for us all. Jason Diamond, fire Roberts and staff for not getting rid of Taylor. Go Ohtani, Viva G-Mac. What up, Jose Loya over on YouTube? That's a fire take right there. Welcome back to Jay Hay. Yeah, how about Jason Heyward coming back to the lineup, gets hit by a pitch, also gets a big home run late in this one. The Dodgers hit 3 home runs tonight. First was Mookie Betts there, the bottom of the first inning. Mookie gets his Dodgers team going early on, and it was his 51st leadoff home run of the season. Marcus Lynn Betts, you know what he does for this team. When he scores a run, this team's win percentage goes through the roof. It's so pivotal to this team's success. And Mookie early on, he hits a big fly, and that really set the tone for the night.
Another 1-2.
Betts bombs away, left field, in deep, at the wall, it's gone! You want an extra base hit. How about a leadoff blast from Mookie Betts, the 50.
8th home run of the year for Mookie Betts. That put the Dodgers up 1-0 early on. And like I said, that really set the tone. You had Mookie, Ohtani, and Jason Heyward. They hit home runs tonight. And Mookie Betts, after a leadoff home run there, was his 51st of his career, and now he's 5th all-time. He's right behind Craig Biggio for 4th place. So he's climbing up the rankings for most leadoff home runs of his career, and yeah, it's really good to see him start to pick those slug numbers up, start to hit the home runs and get the doubles, and Mookie is a tremendous player. He's one of the best players in the league. that slug, those extra base hits, they were down a little bit, but you're starting to see those pit back up. And really good for this Dodgers team that really was not getting extra base hits, that was not generating runs. I mean, they went 18 innings, right? I mean, you saw how many innings they went without even scoring a run. Thankfully, they were able to get 2 runs yesterday late to kind of get some momentum. But first inning to get on the board, 1 run off 1 hit, and then James Paxton. So James Paxton, we're going to talk about his start, and there was some good, there was some bad, and he gets a 3-0 lead. And I think the thing with James Paxton is, look, he goes out there, he competes. The strikeout numbers aren't big. The FIP and the ERA disparity, he has a 5.12 FIP and a 2.84 ERA after his 8 starts. That's the biggest disparity between your ERA and your FIP in Major League Baseball. He's not striking out a ton of hitters. At some point, that's going to catch up to him, but he's going out there and he's giving the Dodgers innings. He's giving them quality starts. It was his 3rd straight quality starts, and I think when you look at James Paxton as a whole, he's been a win. He's been a major plus for the Dodgers. If you look at his night, he goes 6 innings, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits, had just 2 strikeouts, those 92 pitches, 59 for strikes. So you're not seeing the walks anymore, right? The walks have gone down, basically all but gone, right? I mean, he was walking everybody. Everyone was going for a walk last month. Then he made a mechanical tweak, and everything started to click from a command standpoint. Only problem is you're not seeing the strikeouts. You're not seeing the punch-outs that we saw, and also he's just not missing bats. I mean, you saw a lot of full counts, especially there in that 6th inning. In the 6th inning, he had full counts to 3 different batters there. And you look at the 25 strikeouts in 44 1/3 innings, the 13% strikeout rate. If you look at all of Major League Baseball, there's 103 pitchers that have thrown at least 40 innings, and that ranks 102 out of 103. So not a lot of swing and miss, not a lot of strikeouts, still going out there and getting the job done. So more on Paxton, but first, give me your grade for James Paxton. Who's your player of the game? Who's your Dodgers dog of the game? We got the good game, just got back from the game from Carroll. We got Denny Cortez. I think my Dodger dog of the game, I think you know who I'm going with. I'm going with the guy who it's his bobblehead night tomorrow. I don't know who made this. Over on the X, but someone made a Will Smith bobblehead with my head on it that I found really hilarious, and I got to find out who made this because, yeah, it was pretty hilarious. I'll show you guys a little later here, but yeah, I mean, Will Smith is able to come through clutch, and he's the clutch prince for a reason. Really nice 2-out base hit to put the Dodgers up 4-3. We got some more comments here. Release CT3. Jason Diamond Taylor should have been the one to be kicked off the island. Craig Osterberg in the house. Sub Dodgers Nation from Orlando. We got David Sabatini. Yeah, baby. Will Smith. Oh, I mean D-Mac with the post game. There you go. There's the fire take from my man David Sabatini. And look, if you watch this show this entire week, who was the one show in Dodgerland that was saying Miguel Vargas? Who's the one show saying that was going to be James Outman, was going to be option? The writing was on the wall, and I think the reason for the Outman option versus the Chris Taylor Phantom IL is, one, you got to be very careful about Phantom ILs. After what happened to Billy Epler in New York, where that led to a 1-year suspension, you can't just be throwing that around because it's a risk that you take. And also on top of that, the fact that Max Muncy legitimately had an injury, and Max Muncy, they placed him on the 10-day IL today before the game with a right oblique strain. And Doc told reporters that he felt that injury during batting practice on Thursday, and that tells me it was a legitimate injury. And even up until then, Muncy has been slumping of late. He has 1 hit in his last 25 at-bats in his last 7 games, but on the season, he's been great. Muncy's hitting .223. Don't focus on the batting average for Muncy. He has a .323 on base. He has a .475 slug, a .123 weighted runs created plus. So offensively, he's been 23% above league average. But what really stands out about Max Muncy is how much he's improved with the glove, how much better he's gotten at the hot corner. So far this season, Max Muncy, in his defensive metrics, has exceeded all expectations. I was asking for average, and we've gotten above average defense all season long for Max Muncy. He's at +4 for defensive runs saved. He's a +2 for outs above average. So he's done a great job. He's improved a lot. He's absolutely the Dodgers third baseman this season, and that's a big reason why he doesn't get sent to, you don't send Chris Taylor to the IL. You don't DFA Chris Taylor because Max Muncy is the guy that needed a stint. And like I said, the numbers are there. He's got 9 bombs, 8 two-baggers, 26 RBI in 40 games. He's been extremely productive, but he has been struggling of late. He had an 0-for-14 streak. He's won for his last 25. So good to get him right, get him healthy so he can be back to being productive. And the plan with him out is Kike and Rojas splitting time there at third base. You saw Kike make some really nice plays today defensively. They don't miss a step with Kike at the hot corner. And when it comes to Chris Taylor, yeah, I mean, I don't have high hopes for him at this point, but you can't rule out him finding a way for it to click later on and helping this team in October in some capacity. I know it's tough to get behind that right now, but I'm telling you, this organization, they're not going to eat just under $30 million in dead money and move on from a player that's been a big part of this core. That would send shockwaves through that clubhouse. Yes, baseball is a business, but Chris Taylor is one of the most respected Dodgers players, one of the longest tenured Dodgers players. So to think that they're going to move off him because of a rough stretch, it's just unlikely. But I did talk about Miguel Vargas all week, and I'm very excited to see him. He's going to get an opportunity to play in left tomorrow. So DFA, Outman, Alex Renteria, Ohtani, Doug. What up? We got Heyward with the statement. What up, Antonio? We got Antonio Taters down below in the comments. Give super producer Antonio a shout out. Jay Hay sealing it with a bomb. Ismael Sanchez. We talked about it on this afternoon's Dodgers Dugout Live. The 7, 8, 9 in the Dodgers lineup is at or near the bottom in essentially almost every single offensive category. Batting average, weighted runs created plus, on base, slugging, you name it, they've ranked towards the bottom. But now you get an opportunity to bolster that. Jason Heyward is a big leaguer. Jason Heyward is a veteran. He's going to give you a professional at-bat. He's going to understand situations, and he's also going to give you occasional power like we saw today. Yeah, last year, he had 15 home runs. It was a resurgent season, and he gets a big bomb late in this game to really, like you said, seal the deal. And also, he got hit by a pitch by Montas in this one. So he was helpful, he was additive, and he helped this team win a game. Really, that's kind of one of my first big takeaway in this one is a lot of guys contributed to this win. It just wasn't Mookie and Ohtani. I mean, Will Smith gets the clutch base hit. Jason Heyward seals it with a bomb late. You had great defense there by Kike Hernandez. You had Andy Pages looked a lot better. He gets a base hit tonight. Jason Heyward goes 1 for 3 with 2 RBI. Gets that Heyward bomb there in the 8th inning off of Diaz, 1 on, 1 out. So Gavin Lux, he goes 1 for 4. Teoscar goes 1 for 4. I mean, only one who didn't get a hit tonight that was in the Dodgers lineup was Freddie Freeman, who goes 0 for 2. The Dodgers lineup, that's what they need to do. You need a longer lineup. You need more depth. You got to take some pressure off the top, and that's what we saw today. So look at this lineup for the start of the year that's ranked low in pretty much every category, right? James Outman, he's now been optioned. Chris Taylor, he's not going to get very many at-bats. He's not going to hurt this team when you look at his playing time. Yes, you could make the case that you could improve at that position. Ultimately, they're going to cross that bridge with Chris Taylor. But right now, they're going to see, what do they have Miguel Vargas? Is he going to be someone that's going to be a run producer? Is he going to provide some life at the bottom of that lineup? Gavin Lux continues to hit. The extra base hits are up. The contact is harder than it's ever been. He continues to play great defense. And then you have Andy Pages and Jason Heyward. So I like this group at the bottom. I think that right now you have to also factor in that hitting is contagious, and with James Outman and Chris Taylor struggling, those two really making it difficult for them to get it going, but much more experience. I mean, Kike Hernandez had 2 hits tonight. I mean, this was what you want to see from this team. I mean, didn't have a ton of opportunities with runners in scoring position, just 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position, and that one big hit was Will Smith. But before we get to that, of course, we got to talk about Shohei Ohtani. I feel like this is the longest we've gone without talking about Goat Tani. By the way, if you want to be eligible for our next giveaway, we're giving away a authentic road gray Shohei Ohtani Dodgers jersey. If you want to win, comment Goat Tani down below and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That is how you'll be eligible for all of our giveaways. But he, of course, he was big in this one, as he mostly always is. Was quiet yesterday on his bobblehead night, but today was a big day in LA. It was It was the Shohei Ohtani Day. The city of Los Angeles, they proclaimed that May 17th in LA will now forever be known as Shohei Ohtani Day, and he stepped up in a big way, and he gave the Dodgers a home run. And it all came in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kike Hernandez gets a leadoff single. Then Mookie Betts, he grounded into a fielder's choice to short, and then Shohei Ohtani at the plate, he hits a 2-run shot to put the Dodgers up 3-0. Go Tani hitting an opposite field, Oppo Taco home run. Hit a ball at the knees. He gets his bat on it, and he lifts this one out. It's another example of a home run they just don't see many hitters hit. A guy that can get that backspin on it and give enough power to get a low ball kind of on the outside and hit it out. It just is a testament to the power that this guy possesses. Let's take a look at this show bomb.
First pitch swinging, Shohei Ohtani, opposite field and deep, and gone! Home run number 13 for number 17, and it's a
I mean, you just look at the look of Frankie Montas there. It's like, what am I supposed to do? That's 95 at the knees on the outer half, low in the zone. I mean, it's Shohei Ohtani. He defies what it means to be a baseball player, and he leaves the yard. That puts the Dodgers up 3-0. First pitch home run. And then top of the 4th inning, James Paxton gives up that leadoff single to Jonathan India. India steals second on a wild pitch by Paxton. They get De La Cruz to ground to 3rd, and then next play, India scores on an error by Mookie Betts. It was a throwing error by Betts. He gets the E. And look, you guys know how I feel about Mookie Betts at shortstop. I have been firm. I don't love him at shortstop, right? I mean, I just don't like that DM of him there. He has improved a lot. He can get the job done, and he did hit a home run in this game, but he missed that throw there. They kind of conceded the run there, but still, it's an error by Betts. And then Stevenson, he grounded to a fielder's choice. Candelario singled to left, and he strikes out Ford swinging with a nice cutter down on the corner there to get out of the inning. So they get 2 runs on one. They get 2 hits on 1 run and an error for their first run of the game. And then you jump to the top of the 5th inning. 2-2 count, 6th pitch to the at-bat, cutter up in the zone, Fairchild homers to left, 405 feet, a solo shot. That brings the Reds within 1. That makes the score 3-2. On that pitch, just left it a little too out over the plate. Like I said, one of the issues with Paxton right now is just not missing very many bats. And then you jump to the top of the 6th inning. Does a really nice job. He punches out Ellie De La Cruz. Another 3-2 count. 7th pitch to the bat, though. He gets him swinging at a knuckle curve down and in. And then he gets steered to fly to left. Another full count. Another 3-2 count. So you saw a good amount of 3-2 counts in this one. And then next batter, another 3-2 count. 6th pitch of the at-bat. And Tyler Stevenson, he hits a bomb to left center. That ties things at 3. Just goes right over the fence in left field. 375 feet. And then he bounces back to Candelario to line out to left. Then 6th inning, nothing doing for the Dodgers. Lux does get a single to right. And then Pages line to left. And then Heyward, he popped into a double play to the short. Lux was going on the play. They're able to get him at first, so kind of ran themselves out of an inning there. Then top of the 7th inning, Ford, he singles to left. And that was it. And Michael Grove did a really nice job coming in there. They picked the runner off at first. A really nice job by him. Then Fraley struck out swinging. Espinal, he popped to second. And really the whole game came down to that bottom of the 7th inning. Kike was big. That's what you see when you have a guy down the lineup that can hit, a guy that can get on base, like a Kike Hernandez, like a Andy Pages, like a Jason Heyward. It turns over the lineup, and that's how you get big, impactful innings. And Kike, he's able to single to center, really great at bat. 9th pitch of the at bat, he takes a cutter, he singles to left. That sets the table for Mookie Betts. He goes down swinging on 3 pitches. Then Ohtani, he grounds into a fielder's choice. They intentionally walk Freddie Freeman, and you intentionally walk Freddie Freeman to get to the clutch prince, a guy that's hitting 340 with runners in scoring position this season. Well, when that happens, this happens.
First pitch swinging, ground ball, base hit. This tie has been broken. The Dodgers back in front.
So Smitty there, you know what's going to happen. That puts the Dodgers back on top. They take the lead at 4-3. And then Freeman, a couple pitches later, he scores on a wild pitch to make it a 5-3 game. And the Dodgers never look back. Blake Trinan, he goes 1-2-3 in the 8th. He got De La Cruz swing on 3 pitches, got him to chase a slider down and away. And then bottom of the 8th inning, the Dodgers, they get some insurance after a 1-out single by Andy Pages. Jason Heyward on a 1-1 count. He hits a bomb to right 384 feet. Welcome back, Jay Hay. Heard people saying he's hay washed. Heard that last year. What happened? 15 home runs, above average bat, great defense. I think we're going to get a lot of production from Jason Heyward. I think he's in a really good spot. And how about Huddy? He closes it out there in the 9th. A 1-2-3 9th. Light work for Daniel Hudson. Dodgers get the dub 7-3. So now we're going to take your questions down below. We got Dog Tawny. Okay, I love that. From Flag Crumbs. We got a C from James Paxton. Paxton B+ player of the game. Jay Hay from Philip Subia. We got D-Mac bobblehead. That's a must-have from Alex Renteria. We got bruh from Mr. Marty Mart over on YouTube. What's up? Thanks for rocking with us. Will Smith, your player of the game. Honorable dog of the game is Will Smith. We got Muncy took a bullet for KT3 Blinky. Look, I think that you never know with phantom ILs. You never know when guys get injured, especially when it's veterans. But here's what I'll say to that. Look, you're already deep enough into the season, a couple months in here, where guys are going to be banged up. There's injuries. Guys are not at 100%. Obliques, ankles, hamstrings, whatever it may be. Guys can get put on the shelf, right? I'm guilty of that picture. D-Mac, so that was you, my man, David Sabatini, who hit us with the Will Smith bobblehead. Let me see if I can pull it up right here. But, yeah, I mean, it happens, right? And was that him falling on the sword or him taking a bullet for him? I'm not so sure if that was the case. But I do think that if you're Max Muncy, the slump he was in, 1 for 25, it's not the worst. I mean, all these guys are going to need their rest throughout the season. So all these guys are going to need to really. Here you go. We got the Will Smith bobblehead. We got the me on the Will Smith bobblehead. That'd be pretty cool. I would love to see that. My man David Sabatini, he made that one, so that's pretty hilarious right there. That's pretty awesome. I gotta really get that. We got Roy Estrada. What up, Roy Estrada? Always rocking with us. D-Mac is the GOAT. What up, man, David? What's up with Gavin? That's from ED. He continues to make progress. He continues to take steps in the right direction. He got a base hit tonight. There was an error on the exchange, but really defensively, he's been fantastic this season. Definitely hit that subscribe button, Van Mills. Appreciate that. Taylor will never find a way to click. Jason, it's going to be very difficult. And I think when it comes to Chris Taylor, I would not be surprised that when Max Muncy returns, that Chris Taylor goes on the IL. And I think the good thing about that and the similarity to Max Muncy is, remember recently last season when Max Muncy, he goes on the IL, right? You're able to have a minor league stint, and it's not like you're getting sent down to the minors. It's a rehab assignment. A rehab assignment feels a lot better than when you have to accept a minor league assignment or you get optioned, right? So I think that really is the path to at least give him an opportunity to find his way back, because we know he's hitting .071, okay? He's literally the least productive hitter in Major League Baseball with a minimum of 60 plate appearances, right? That you are what your numbers say you are. So that really would be come on, D-Mac. We all know Taylor ain't come back in October. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying, trying to give you a glimpse into how I think this organization is thinking. Did I not tell you earlier this week that Miguel Vargas was going to be the guy that was called up? Did I not say that? Right? So I'm just trying to tell you that they we go live pretty much every day from 11 to 12, from 12 sometimes. It kind of depends on the schedule, but we're going to start getting on a hard schedule pretty soon with that. Jason Diamond, who cares? He has performed in 2 years. Enough is enough with Taylor. Taylor's not going to hurt this team unless he's taking up a roster spot that you could give to someone else that could be productive, right? And right now, with the injury to Max Muncy, yeah, when Muncy comes back, I want to see Miguel Vargas and Andy Pages on this team, right? And then that is something that becomes a difficult conversation for the Los Angeles Dodgers, is what do you do at that point? I think they're going to make the right decision. Will they DFA CT3? I would be absolutely shocked, and it doesn't seem like that some of this team's going to do, but will they find a way to say, look, Phantom IL, go to Arizona, hit the reset, try to retool, and then give him a longer rehab assignment. But then the question is, when he's back, then what do you do with him? So maybe it's of the 60-day IL variety. But like I said, then you run into the possibility of, is he... I mean, I'm going to ask Dave Roberts about Chris Taylor's health. And if he says he's healthy, well, if he's not playing and he's not getting opportunities, how is he going to get injured? So kind of want to see what that sets up. But how does CT3 help this team if he literally has below 100 batting average? Only way could help this team, I would say, is if he could start hitting like CT3 used to, right? If he could start finding a way to be productive again. I mean, he did an interview with the LA Times, and he said that, look, he thought that he was doing what was going to work, but clearly that isn't the case. So look, it's tough. I mean, Father Time is never late, right? Father Time is undefeated. I think he's lost some quick twitch, right? I think that's a very, as Dave Roberts described it, a high-maintenance swing, a very high-maintenance swing. And when it's off and you're not getting opportunities to work on that swing and perfect it in games, it's got to be very, very difficult to have just a handful of at-bats a week to try to face big league pitching. I mean, it's so hard to hit big league pitching, but just imagine just getting 1 shot, 2 shots a week. I mean, he did get a hit yesterday, too. Let's not forget that. But how long of a leash does Lux have? I think he's got a really long leash, to be honest with you. I feel bad for Outman. He's great on defense. Hope he can make his way back as from Kelly. He is. He's really good on defense, but right now that swing is not of big league caliber, and he needs to get it back on track. Good that De La Cruz didn't get on base. That's from Jay Silva. At least you had a lefty on the mound. It was going to be a little easier to hold him and try to make him, try to keep him accountable, right? But yeah, I mean, this guy is absolutely fast. Like I said, when the Reds come to town, he lands, and then the plane lands 10 minutes later. That's how fast he is. The greatest show on earth. That's from Kelly Oshiro. That is a fire take. Ohtani, CT3 greater than sign CP3. That's from Eric from YouTube. Hepatitis, see you later. Cartai hit another homer today. Get that trade value up, my boy. Yeah, he's starting to really get it going down there at the minor league level. You definitely love to see that because you want to see him produce. But if you're going to flip him, you want all your prospects to be playing their best because then their value increases. You know, it's parades over prospects, ladies and gentlemen. Nando, 390 CT3 and prospects to the Brewers for Yelich, his contract, and Clase. You getting the bruh? Fire take, Dodge Dog, you win. That's Nando for you. Josue DePaula hit 2 home runs. Him and Vargas are untouchable. Yeah, I mean, DePaula is one that they're very, very high on. It would have to be an extremely big impact piece for them to move him. If you go use him for Bo Bichette, that better come with an extension for Bo Bichette, not just a 1.5 year rental. Blake Trinan going to get those, this is from Classic Caps, Blake Trinan going to get investigated with those nasty pitches. My man is so nasty. He's nastier than a gas station bathroom. He's just nastier than taking a sip of an empty Sprite can there being tobacco in it. I mean, he's just filthy. I mean, it's really fun to watch. And it's so encouraging because it's not that it's just filthy, it's that the velocity is there. Everything works off that 2-seamer. And when you can use that slider as a weapon, I think for me, it's almost, is it too nasty, right? I mean, you almost have to try to gear it to where you're getting some of the play early on and you're hoping it doesn't get too out of the zone, right? Because it's just so filthy, but it's a good problem to have. We got Borat Ohtani. This is a freaking hilarious take here. He says, D-Mac, can you ship Shohei jersey to Kazakhstan? I'm sure we can. For you, Borat, we'll do it. And that jersey will be very nice. Brian Gomez, it's good to see Freeman's boys back. Mookie and Shohei been looking pretty close now. Freeman has J-Hay. Feels like competitiveness is looming in the air. Brian, that's just interesting take. Interesting take right there. I'll give you a fire take. And what I can tell you about J-Hay and Freddie Freeman is this is not some, oh, we're good friends as teammates. We're talking about like friends for life, literally like BFF. So, yeah, no, these guys are really, really close, and it definitely has to be really exciting for Freddie Freeman to get his boy back. And honestly, I think J-Hay and Mookie are really, really cool too. J-Hay and Mookie and Miguel Rojas and Freddie. I mean, that's really the click right there for sure. Hold your breath tomorrow. Buehler on the bump tomorrow. Yamamoto on Sunday. That's from Roy Estrada. Yeah, that's really going to be a test for Walker Buehler, who definitely followed the Reds closely, being in Kentucky as a kid. He was a big Bronson Arroyo guy. So hopefully you get some quality out of Walker Buehler, because he definitely has been rocky at times in his return, but I think tomorrow could be a really good process for him to just kind of make that process and get the road back. Dodgers Nation has more breakdowns than the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland. It's a fire take. One day there will be a D-Mac day in LA. Hey, I appreciate that. The Dodger dog in the game for that one. Happy Shohei Ohtani Day, Dodger Nation. Yeah, happy Shohei Ohtani Day, everyone. I mean, come on now. I mean, this guy is so ridiculous. He now has 13 home runs on the season. He's got the not just the team lead, he's now tied for the league lead. He's tied for the league lead, and what he's doing is he's off to his best start. He had his 13th home run of the year. He's tied with Gunnar Henderson and Kyle Tucker for the most in the league, and he also has 30 extra base hits now. 30 extra base hits for Shohei Ohtani, and it was his 47th game of the season. That was the quickest he has ever been to getting 30 extra base hits. That was the fastest to 30 extra base hits in Ohtani's career. So Shohei Ohtani is off to a better start with the Dodgers than he was in any season with the Angels. That tells you right there, playing with talent when you're not the Bugatti at the trailer park home, that shows you can have so much success. He's tied with Duke Snider too, who had the 30 extra base hits through 47 games in 1955. So Shohei Ohtani is showing out, the greatest show in LA, greatest show in baseball right now, and he is not just living up to the billing, he is better than advertised. Rebecca Michelle David, Joe Mookie definitely looks unmotivated. The great experiment needs to end. Rojas. So the issue with Rojas at shortstop is internally they want him to maintain that versatility, right? You see him go, he's going to mix things up with Kike at third. Also, they're a little concerned about his durability, possibly if you make it an everyday shortstop. And on top of that, Gavin Lux is hitting. Gavin Lux is getting on base, and Gavin Lux is playing great defense. So it'll be interesting to see what they do if they ever want to consider moving Mookie Betts off that shortstop position. Who told you the whole time that I didn't love the idea, right? This guy did. So I just don't think that it's nothing against Mookie. Mookie is one of the best players on the planet. Outside of Shohei Ohtani, you can make the case he's the best player in baseball, right? But it's what he does best is hit. What he does best is hit leadoff home runs, hit doubles, get on base. And playing shortstop, it just takes a lot out of you. There's a lot of wear and tear. You have to cover a lot of ground. And to play one of the most difficult positions to play in all of sports and to start that at age 31, yes, if anyone can do it, it is Mookie Betts, and he can do it. He can. He's capable and has the ability to do it. But is that what's best for this team long run? I'm not even so sure that that's the case. But right now they're going to continue with that experiment until they either trade for a shortstop or move some things around. But right now, they're going to do that at least up until the trade deadline. But Friedman told Bill Plunkett of the Southern California News Group this month that they're going to run with this. And right now, Mookie's getting better at the position in their eyes. But Jay Hay is the leader of this team. That's from Nick Shrunk. Definitely a leader. I wouldn't say he's the leader, but definitely an A leader. I want to be, this is from Borat saying, I wants to be a Dodger hot dog for the day. Please, D-Mac. Okay, you can be a Dodger dog of the day. Borat. Matador. Doug, please tell us those connections, jerseys, and hat leaks aren't real. I think they're real. I haven't had confirmation, but if you guys haven't seen, they have the hat version. So there was a guy, I was actually talking to him earlier in the DMs, and he DM'd me this hat that he was at the New Era store. He was at the New Era store in Mexico City, and to me, this has to be the hat. So you've seen the jerseys, right? The Funfetti jerseys, but let me show you guys the hat that I believe probably is going to, look at that. There's the hat right there. And it makes sense because the hat has this logo. It's an L with the A and then the D around it with this little sharp thing making the A. And it's a dark navy. He said it's not Dodger blue. And then you look right here. I don't know if that's the Los Dodgers or if that's just the Dodgers on the side, but that's how they had it on the other City Connect hats the Dodgers had. But to me, what really seals the deal that this is the City Connect hat is look at the bottom of the bill here. Look at, you see the Funfetti splatter. You see the Funfetti splatter. You see the Pop-Tart splatter. So I'd be shocked if this wasn't it. If I was a betting man, I would bet that this is the hat. And me, I'm not into it. If you guys are, I'm not judging you. I thought since the jersey looked like Funfetti that the hat should have just been a bunch of candles because it looked like a birthday cake. But let me know. What do you guys think about this hat right here? By the way, if you haven't yet, definitely hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it. Let's say, Bilal, okay, I know D-Mac will not want to talk about it since we had an exciting win, but clearly our infield has to be our number one concern. Mookie just cannot stay at shortstop, so Lux needs to concede. I mean, right now, like what the Dodgers do, like I said, if the Dodgers are shaking the magic 8-ball, what comes up is ask me later. They give patience to their decisions, and they're not going to make any rash decisions. They're not going to rush to judgment. They're going to let this play out. And right now, I mean, Bo Bichette's raking. There's no guarantees he's going to even be traded. Willie Adames is there in first place in their division. The Brewers are. There's no guarantee he's going to be traded. So you can't buy a house that isn't for sale, right? And that's really the situation that they're in, right? So things can change, though. Things can change, and I think you definitely need to give, when anything defensively, too, you really have to give it the full sample size because Mookie's putting in the work, and he hasn't been bad. I mean, the defensive metrics, some of them like them. I think that average for Mookie, we look at what it is offensively, more than justifies it. But if it's the World Series and you're missing throws like that, those plays can cost you in big games. I ride with CT3. I like that. Let's do a little support for CT3 right there. You see Paul Skeens, dude's a major league pitcher. Philip Subia, he's a straight baller, no doubt about it. Doug, you think those jerseys? Yeah, so let me know. What do you guys think of those hats? Did I miss a? Let's see here. I'll get some more your takes here. We got, how about a little tribute to Dodger Stadium's double bagger? Dunkin' Donuts sponsored by the City Connect hats. Dodgers, our classic hat, looks lame. I don't love it. I like the Dodgers LA. What up, Max Kuhn, Mitchell Hopkins? The LA with the D logo almost looks like a candle sticking out of the D. There you go. It's a good point right there. Trash, but you getting it 100. Fish Tank Frank. You got me on that one. I'll probably still cop. What's your take on Anthony Banda, D-Mac? I dropped the whole video on it. I mean, basically you're getting left-handed depth, and you're getting someone that wasn't on the 40-man roster, so you don't have to throw him on the 40-man roster. So, yeah, his strikeout rate was way up. The ERA looked really good. The walk rate was around his career averages, but striking over 37% of the batters that he faced this season. So, definitely intriguing, and you can never have enough pitching. It's really a depth move for them. The hats, cool, something a little different. We got the hat is trash from LA. Hard pass on the Funfetti hat from Brian S. That hat is some type of cuss word. Funfetti from NS. No shot there charging that much. Mitchell Hopkins. Don't like that hat. I think that was in pesos or something. I don't think that was whatever that was. Let's see. Yeah, that's yeah, it looks like it says 9999. I'm not really sure. The City Connect jersey is fire from Hepatitis. See you later. Move the Moog to right field. Rebecca says, I don't think overall J. Hay is better than CT3. I'm going to continue being a CT3 truther. Keep find the good fight. Looks like Epstein's pyramid. What? We got that hat equals garbage. Staying up late for the show and getting up early for the Ohtani highlights. Go Ohtani. I will not be wearing that hat. 999 pesos. El Toro High School in the house. But yep, guys, your Dodgers get the dub in first place, 7 games up on the San Diego Padres, their 30th win of the season. They win by a final score of 7-3. Mookie, Ohtani, J. Hay leave the yard. Will Smith comes up clutch and breaks the 3-3 tie with the big base hit. Heyward, he gives the insurance later in the game with the 2-run shot. Your Dodgers get back in the win column. Couple walk-off shots here. Give me your hottest Dodgers take, and then you guys can enjoy your Friday night. We'll be back with some more post-game shows over the weekend. Definitely don't want to miss out on those. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel, the #1 Dodgers YouTube channel in the game, #1 Dodgers post-game show on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. We got Walker Buehler tomorrow. Yes, Craig Osterberg. Heyward is back. 151 in Rochester, New York, and still going strong. Appreciate that. You get a comment of the show. David Sabatini. Rabbi would still come.
Perfect.
We got, you can tell Mookie wants to go back to right field. Pax had a good game except for the home runs. Yeah, he definitely has been solid. He definitely has been solid. He's a number 4, number 5 starter that you're probably not going to see start games in the postseason. So you love the innings that he's eating. He's a competitor, and you just want to see a little more swing and misses and more punch outs. But peace out, Roy Estrada. Later, Jay Bullitt. Later, Joe Renteria. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. And until next time, think blue.